This is a factory song. I worked in a factory at Caterpillar Incorporated in Peoria, Illinois for 4 days. It was the longest 4 days of my life. I never got a paycheck, but I got this song. You want to hear it? Of course you do. It's drunk and it's free. What is that? Small house. Yeah, I grew up in the fields. I grew up in the country, in the back hills. Where you turn 10, you learn how to strive. When you turn 11, you learn how to drive. So mama, I'm riding those big wheels now. Mama, I'm riding those big wheels now. Mama, I'm riding those big wheels now. Had to ride out of that small house somehow. So I moved outside. down in Tennessee. Every boy plays football, every boy but me. Never a dog fight, I was underneath. I found a couple friends, I lost a couple teeth. So mama, I run those big boys now. Mama, I run those big boys now. Mama, I run those big boys now. Had to run out of that small house somehow. So I learned how to play this strung up box. I learned how to sing cause I didn't like to wear tall. Put it all together, started writing songs. I toured the country like a feather, people started singing along. So mama, I'm sitting in the big time now. Mama, I'm sitting in the big time now. Mama, I'm sitting in the big time now. Had to get out of that small town somehow. But all that driving would drive a man insane. Off of his rocker and on cocaine. I miss my family, I miss the field, I miss the small town, I miss the way it feels. So mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. Mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. Mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. Had to get out of that small house somehow. Mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. Mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. Tazewell County. Mama, I'm sitting in a big house now. I've gotta get back to that small house somehow. Take me home. Smoking long black Cadillac, parked it up on 6th Street like we own the whole damn town. Talking to some chick who had that close to small. Who looked at her hair so southern, comfort and cold. Said we were hotter than the inches hanging off the gates of hell. Then don't be afraid to turn to me if he don't treat you well. And that he met me, so I laughed and I shook his hand. But he laughed a little bit louder as he yelled up at the band. The train song, pour me one more round. Let me leave my boots on the table and lay me down. I can't ever run away, locomotive, out of my one-track mind. Now I'm looking for any kind of after-party trouble to find. Got this old black leather jacket, got this pack of Marlboro Reds. I got the stash here in my pocket, got these thoughts in my own head. I'll have to run until I have a walk, until I have to crawl. But it's the moment that we're in right now, and nothing else at all. The train song. night, wouldn't this be the one? Thank you very much. In this line of work, you have to learn how to mooch off as many people as possible. And I tell you this right now, there's nobody I'd rather mooch off of than my pal Todd Snyder. And if you're gonna steal, you might as well steal from the best as well. Little television, blizzard lights as we looked around this place. We found a cold there on the sofa with a smile upon his face. And despite all of my sadness, I could just not wait for a man who looked to me like he died, laughing in his sleep, singing a train song. One more round, let him leave his boots on the table, lay him down. Was there on the way, locomotive out of this one-track mind? The train song, the train song, let Todd Snyder one more time song. I got drunk, lost my fishing license. You should have seen all the lights and sirens. Well, the limit was 6, I called 7. Now I don't know how I'll get into heaven. But who makes these rules that we all follow? Who owns the waters that we all swallow? Who owns the land? Who owns the price? Tell me who owns these mountain tops? Who in the hell could be forgiven? Who on earth could get into heaven? And I got a ticket for a busted headlight. It's 11 a.m., sunny and bright. Limit's 55, I was doing 57. Now I don't know how I'll get into heaven. But who makes these rules that we all follow? Who owns the waters that we all swallow? Who owns the land? Who owns the price? Tell me who owns bartenders back there, but believe it or not, I sobered up, got back my fishing license. Now security around me's been tightened. Seems poor criminals are kept on the leash, while rich criminals are catch and release. Yes, but who makes these rules? Let me all follow. Who owns the waters that we all swallow? Who owns the land? Who owns the price? Tell me what men own these mountain tops. Who in the hell could be forgiven? Who on earth could get into heaven? Who on earth? Cheers and thank you. I play down here about 4 or 5 times a year in the Brown County surrounding area, and every year I play the John Hartford Memorial Festival. I also play at the Morel Festival. I also mooch after shows after Todd Snyder from time to time. Yeah, I thought it was pretty smart business practices myself. This is one of the songs I learned out there in Bean Blossom at Bill Monroe Park. It's been 10 long years since I left my home in the heart of where I was born, where the cool fall nights make the wood smoke rise and a singer blows his horn. I fell in love with the lights of town and thought I could stay true. I ran away to old Chi-Town to work in a bar or two. What have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave my plowing field to look for a job in town? Them bars, they took all my pain. So now I stand where the old home stood before they took it away. So the geese fly south and that cold wind moans as I sit and hang my head. I lost my love, I lost my home. There's no more to be said. But what have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why leave my plowing field to look for a job in town? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been traveling around this beautiful country of ours, and people come up to me all the time. They say, Chicago farmer, how do you get that drawl that you do? It's kind of a mix between a small town, big city, kind of a northerly, southerly, easterly, westerly, stuck in the middle type of a drawl. They say, how do you do it? Where does it come from? Can you please take a few minutes out of your time to stroll through downtown Bloomington, Indiana at Max's Place after the Todd Snyder show at the Buskerk Chumley Theater around 11:14 p.m. to please teach it to us. Those folks for $19.95. You can order my instructional DVD on how to sound like a folk singing hillbilly from the upper Midwest side. But I got to thinking, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Snyder's in town. They have beer here. The show is free, thank God. There's pizza in the air, and there will be for the next few hours. We're breaking the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest open mic set ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling pretty saucy, and I've decided to let you all one lesson for free. Are you ready, Bloomington, Indiana? Some hump day enthusiasm. And it's really not that important as a folk singer, but please try to keep on beats. I'm up, working on, yeah. One more time I'm feeling I'm up. Storytellers behind the music on this one. I finished a gig one night at a place called The Vogue in Indianapolis, Indiana. Or maybe it was Birdie's, or maybe it was the Mousetrap. I can't remember. But anyways, I played a set before the one and only Todd Snyder, and after the show, I couldn't fall asleep for one reason or another, and I went back to the hotel room. It wasn't even a hotel, I think it was a motel. It might not even have been a motel. It was just a place with a bunch of doors and a comfy bed. So I crawled on in and I turned on the TV, and ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't fall asleep for lots of reasons. But mainly because this guy started yelling at me. Immediately. And I didn't really care because he had kind of a drawl to his voice kind of like mine. And I also didn't care because he was wearing my favorite kind of shirt. A good old flannel. You know what I'm talking about, Bloomington. Even some of the ladies wear flannels around these parts. That's why I love coming back every year. So great. But this guy's flannels were a little different. This guy's flannels didn't have any sleeves on them. The sleeves on his flannels were ripped off, and for 4 hours, as I laid there trying to sleep, he yelled at me, "Get her done." Drove me crazy as shit, Max's Place, and I figured if this guy can travel around the country making millions of dollars screaming "Get her done," surely I can travel around Indiana and make a couple $100 a night, give or take, depending on how many CDs you guys buy, screaming, "I'm up, working on you.